Hey guys, Gom Coach here from TryThisPlay.com. Guys, I played the Madden 21 beta, and honestly, I didn't like it at first, but after playing it more and more, I actually got used to it, used to the gameplay, and I learned a lot from it. So with that being said, guys, day one, I thought the game was horrible. I didn't even want to touch it. However, day three, I decided to pick up the sticks, play a few games, and I love it. I actually really love it. Now, there's certain things that the beta did good and did bad with, so I want to break it down for you. The bad news is that from what I've seen in the beta, it's really hard to play defense, but it's also good at the same time because now you got to be creative and find defense for everything. They added a bunch of new zone drops, so that's a new feature where you can adjust your flats, your hooks, and your purples to play at a certain zone depth. So you can set them to 0 yards, 5 yards, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 yards, guys. They can drop as far as back as 30 yards. So, you won't have to worry about getting beat deep again if you set it to 30 yards. Again, this only goes for the short zones underneath, not the deep blues. The deep blues still play deep. However, with that being said, offense, there's a whole lot of offense in the game, guys. So you can literally run anything. The defenders won't really react in zone. The one good thing I've seen from defense is that if the ball is thrown to your guy, they will pick it. They will get a crazy animation more than likely over the receiver, depending on who the receiver is. Now you got someone aggressive catching with Mike Evans. He's a problem. So aggressive catch is back, guys. I believe the bigger body receivers and tight ends are going to make a difference this year, like they did in the past. However, the past couple of Maddens, it's been all about those speedy wide receivers, and I don't think that's the case this year, guys. So yeah, there's a whole lot of offense, guys. There's new tackle animations. I do believe that the run is still effective, but they actually made the defense play the run better by shooting the gaps and whatnot. So you can still run the ball, guys. I think it's perfectly balanced, the game, where like you can still snap on the run, but you can also stop it pretty easily at the same time. So I've seen a lot of good and bad from this beta. I think it has a lot of potential to be great. I feel like if they fix the pursuit angles of the defense, maybe make the zones react a little bit better, it would be a great game. However, the user, guys, there's been a lot of complaints that the user is very slow. Now, they added a change of direction rating. So from what I've seen in the beta, change of direction is how fast you can turn. I don't know why they put this rating in. I believe it goes hand in hand for agility. But anyway, they have a change of direction rating. So if your change of direction rating is high, like in the 90s, you can use her pretty well. I'm not going to say you're going to use her like you did in Madden 20, but you can use her pretty well, guys. A lot better than using a linebacker. So that's the downside to the game. The downside to the game is they made the linebackers pretty much unusable because they have no change of direction rating. You can't really use her with them. The receiver would just go right by them. So I do think the linebackers are pretty useless. And also the pressure, guys. The pressure doesn't really come in like that with the D-line and the linebackers. If you want pressure to come in, you got to blitz a corner. So I believe if they do fix the pressure, make linebackers more usable on the field, I do think it would be a great game. However, guys, also the escape artists, they toned it down. So what they did was, I think they played with the slider where the defensive line, the threshold to the quarterback, they'll get there faster. So you might be able to get away for a split second with the escape artist just to buy yourself enough time to throw the ball away. But eventually the DNs, the D-line will chase down the quarterback. Even Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson wasn't so fast, but DN can definitely catch him. As for Pat Mahomes, a D tackle can catch him. He's not as fast as Lamar Jackson, obviously. So they also added new abilities where your abilities trigger at a certain point on the field. So if it's like first and short, like ability to activate, or medium and long, certain abilities activate in different scenarios, depending on how big their route is, how deep they're running it, and so on. Now they added Earl Thomas. They put film study ability on him, which this is very debatable, guys. I don't really think it belongs in competitive Madden, because competitive players, they will learn your opponent's tendencies and pretty much know what you're running already. Now what Earl Thomas does with the film study is that I believe if you run a play 3 times in a row, he can see the play before you hike the ball, and well, you can see the play before they hike the ball, and they can also see what adjustments you're making. So right there, that's a huge advantage if a pro player is able to utilize that, because honestly, that might be a turnover, with the right adjustments. So I definitely do not like that, and it's very easy for someone to see what your money play is, how you're running it, and it'll be easy for someone to clone you if it's not easy already on offense. So there's a few ups and downs with the beta, guys. I overall enjoyed it. I think it's way better than Madden 20. I do not think they can make a game more worse than Madden 20, guys. Madden 20 was pretty bad. Even though I had a fun year, I had a great year playing. There's no reason for you to snap every run and not pass the ball once in a game, and that's what you got at Madden 20. So hopefully they bring the pass back this year, which it feels like. I just hope they tweak those little things that I mentioned, such as the pressure, maybe some of the abilities, pursuit angles, and we'll have a great game, guys. Maybe up the linebackers a bit. And I'm looking forward to it very much, playing. So with that being said, we have a big crew announcement coming into Twitter. If you haven't already follow us on Twitter. Some big news coming as far as that and our website. So if you haven't already, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you thought about the beta if you played it. I'll be reading all your comments, guys, and replying when I can. But guys, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the summer until Madden comes out.